Hello, my sweet YouTubers. It's Monica, also known as Sleeved After 60, and I'm here for the much awaited beauty giveaway. So here's what I decided to do. First of all, if any of you follow Jackie's new life, I think her new Jackie and I are the same age, and she always talks about being, she's old school. And she also had a giveaway, and she made me laugh because everyone who commented on the two videos, I put your names in these little things and I folded it. So that's how we're going to do it. So here's how I decided to do it. Everyone who's commented, I put your name down, I cut them and I put them old school, as Jackie says. And how I'm going to do it is, because it's going to take too long, is that I split the questions into two, and one being beauty questions and then the other one being lifestyle, for the lack of a different word. And so if I don't call your name, it doesn't mean that your name isn't here. It just means that you probably said something very sweet, and it just wasn't a question, but your name is still here. And how I'm going to do it is that I'm going to do two boxes, okay? So, by that I mean I'm going to do two winners. So we need to get this moving along. So the beauty questions. So Rosaura on the beach, and a bunch of people mentioned Marianne Hassan, mentioned about jeans regarding my skin, and said things like, you know, you look younger than 60, you look pretty young, things like that. And what I'm going to say about that is that I'm not going to preach, but here's what I think about when people tell me that. I'm going to be 64 in May, and what I'm going to say is that, what does 64 look like? What does 50 look like? You know, everybody's got their own look. My mother is 86. She's a sun worshiper. And my grandmother died of 102 not too long ago, a couple of years ago. And we happen to have, we're Mediterranean. I am half Spanish and half Italian, and actually have some English also. So we tend to have that Mediterranean skin. I wasn't raised with makeup. That just wasn't something. My mom never wore makeup. My grandmother, I never saw my grandmother wearing makeup. Went to Catholic school my whole life until I went to college. And, you know, I was a teenager in 1969, and in the 70s. And, you know, we didn't take care of our skin the way that we do now. So, yes, I think that I do have good genes, but also I lived in Hawaii for 11 years. And I fried, you know, it's the old days, and I'm sure that a lot of you who are my sweet dear subscribers, probably your moms did the same thing. We used baby oil, and we laid in the sun. God love us. I just happen to be lucky that I don't have, to this day, skin cancer. My ex-husband wasn't so lucky, and we, you know, we lived in Hawaii for 11 years. But before I use Botox, as a matter of fact, not too long ago, I just got a little over here. I do use some fillers, which I haven't had. I was trying to remember for this. I don't remember the last time I had some. Maybe when you use fillers, and I use them here, when you use fillers, the longer you use them, the less you need. So it's been a while, and I've had some work done here and there. I'm not gonna pick out where, but I have. So that's what happens, you know. And about a year and a half ago, once I retired, which is going to be almost 2 years ago, that's when I really decided, before even the weight loss thing started, I just decided that I needed to make some changes in my life. about a lot of things, and a big thing was self-care. And so I started to take care of my skin. I decided to actually do retin A because I had a lot of sunspots that I didn't like. As you age, you get those spots, and I started watching YouTube and watching how people were taking care of their skin. And it's not that hard to find. This is what I found. I looked for like aging beauty, care. And I found some women that had similar skin that I did. And I just looked at, what kind of products they used. Some of them will, even list what products they use, and then you can go to Amazon and buy them. And that's what I started doing. So I think that the other thing that's been really helpful to my skin in the last 27 years is that I moved to Minnesota, so there's no sun. I think sun is huge. Sun is absolute huge. And I never smoked. So, and having a little extra fat, I'm sure, because extra fat keeps the French say, you have to sacrifice your ass for your face, and it's true, because you carry a little, in the days when having a big ass was not okay. Imagine that. So, if you were a little plump, but it saves your face. And so I don't know what's going to happen when I lose, the weight that I need to lose. So, but I tell you what, if I need to have a little pull and tuck, I will do it. That's not an issue for me. So I had a lot of questions, and Kim's New Life 49. She's a sun goddess who asks me several times about that. And yes, I think that she also lived in Hawaii actually, at a different decade that I did. And yes, Kim, that, sun is so hard, on your skin. But I do think that these days, taking care of the other thing is that taking care of your skin now is not as expensive as it used to be, because you can go to Target and you can buy, some brightening. There's stuff that you can get for all that masking. And you can kind of see it here. I'm working on it with the retin A, and retin A is not that expensive. And it's something that you sort of start with a light one, and it kind of peels off all your old skin. The other thing is that I found that what's more important than moisturizing is really important, but exfoliating is even more important than that. If you don't exfoliate, if you just start putting stuff on but you're not taking off, the old stuff, then it just doesn't work. And I have one of those sonic, little machines, and I do that. And I had oily skin as a kid. I'd never had acne, and I came from working class people, and so my parents would have never been able to afford to send me to have no, I can't think of dermatology or to have braces. So I was really lucky that I had good teeth and good skin, because they paid for Catholic school, but they wouldn't have paid for the other stuff. So Jillian One Love Life, favorite moisturizer. I use IT products, and I think that at another time I will do some kind of showing all of you what kind of products I use. But I think I want to do that with Finding Elizabeth, because she's doing some stuff with a charity, and I know that she's using some, she's got an account, and I would love to just work with her so that if we can do a shortcut through Amazon, because you can get all the stuff that I use through Amazon, and then pennies that doesn't cost the buyer anything can go to her costs. I would love to do that, because it wouldn't cost anybody anything. So Perforce, favorite beauty product, and I do have a favorite beauty product, and again, it's it, and it's something, you know, I was never good about washing my face at night. I am one of those people that I will I would tell you I'll go to bed with, you know, makeup. I'll take my, you know, brush my teeth, and go to bed like that. But they have this makeup that's almost like it melts. You know, you just put it, you don't have to do anything fancy. You just put, and then I use from Target, and I don't know, in England there is a store that's kind of like Target, and I can't think of the name of it. But you know, they have the same kind of, you know, the products, or their own brand products, and I know that Paris has the same thing too. Where those towels, and then you just do it, and it's boom boom nada, you know, nothing. It's no big deal. And she said, if I only had one thing to wear when I leave the house, red lipstick. And actually, you know, that's one of the things that I started doing maybe 20 years ago. That I just started, and it started with MAC. With one lipstick, and it was called Vino, which is wine, and they've also actually changed the colors, and now I'm not that particular about being MAC. And actually, I just got one the other day when I was at Macy's to return something, and but a red lipstick has, and it's something that we'll see who wins, if they're willing to do that, because it's something that you really sort of have to just do it and find a shade and just sort of get used to it. But it can really change the way you think about yourself. And I just even wear it around the house, you know, with, like today I don't have much makeup on, you know. Oh, I also wear the one thing that if you're doing any kind of like a retin-A, or, you know, any kind of a bleacher, or whatever you want to call it, to sort of take care of your skin, is that you have to wear a sunblock. And I just wear one that's a moisturizer that has a tint. Again, you can get one from Target, or I guess Walgreens, or, you know, wherever, Walmart, that's the word I was thinking of. Wherever, you know, I just happen to have, I go to Target for everything because it's really close by. And just use it, and just get used to doing it, you know, first thing in the morning, wash your face and just put it on. Because I think that sun is really damaging.